is China. You know, Mr. Donald
What channel
Trump,
is he on?
when he was
Don't
asked about
pause
the
it.
virus, he said, it's a Chinese virus because it came from China.
Oh.
It came from China. Yes, the next superpower will be China along with Russia, and China will slay the Christians. Now again, I'll say this. I'm not talking about the Chinese people because I love them. From the bottom of my heart, I do, and I mean it. I'm talking about the governmental system of China. It is absolute evil. You know what their symbol is? The dragon.
Oh, here we go.
The dragon in the Holy Bible is Satan himself. That is their symbol. And you know, on Chinese New Year, they come with this dragon in the streets with the drums, and everybody's excited and happy, welcoming the dragon. Well, congratulations, you just welcomed Satan into your life.
And we do that not knowing.
What foolishness. It is an absolute...
That always made me think, because I always wanted to get a dragon tattoo, like around the arm. I always thought they looked cool.
A lot of people do. I know friends that have done that.
But then there was always something that I heard in the past, or like a long time ago, that always maybe I just didn't feel right about it.
Well, that's good. At least you listen to your inner
self.
self.
To the core. An atheistic ideology to the core. They believe in nothing but themselves. They will kill their own father, their own mother. They don't give one penny about no one. The government. Very vicious.
So I thought that was good.
Yeah.
So this is Revelation 12. A great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a crown of 12 stars. She was pregnant, and she was crying out in birth pains and agony of giving birth. And another sign appeared in heaven. Behold, a great red dragon with 7 heads, 10 horns.
10 horns.
With 7 heads and 10 horns on his head, 7 diagrams. His tail swept down a third of the stars of heaven and cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman who was about to give birth, so that when she bore her child, he might devour her. She gave birth to a male child, one who is to rule all the nations with a rod of iron. But her child was caught up to God and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had a place prepared by God, in which she is to be nourished for 1,260 days. That's very specific.
So the baby just dead?
No, I think God's caught up to God and his throne, and the woman fled into no, so it's good. I think the baby's good. Satan thrown down to earth, and this will be the last thing we read.
You kept saying that, so stop lying.
Now war arose in heaven, Michael and his angels fighting against the dragon.
You said that first one, but
and the dragon and his angels fought back, but he was defeated. And there was no longer any place for them in heaven. And the great dragon was thrown down, the ancient serpent who is called the devil and Satan. So
the snake. Sometimes we call it snake.
The deceiver of the whole world. He was thrown down to earth, and his angels were thrown down with him. So you remember, like in the garden with Eve.
My dad said that Satan was so good, at tricking people, that 7 of the really prettiest angels followed him. At least 7, maybe he said more, but angels also followed Satan when he got kicked out of heaven.
Yeah, that's what it says here. The deceiver of the whole world, he was thrown down to earth, and his angels were thrown down with him.
Well, they followed him.
Or they were thrown down.
Or they followed
They made him go down because God is almighty, and he tells...
They followed him, probably.
Okay, and I heard a loud voice in heaven saying, now the salvation and the power and the kingdom of God and the authority of his Christ have come. For the accuser of our brothers has been thrown down, that's Satan, who accuses them day and night before our God, and they have conquered him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, for they love not their lives, even unto death. Therefore rejoice, O heavens, you who dwell in them. But woe to you, O earth and sea, for the devil has come down to you in great wrath, because he knows that his time is short. And when the dragon saw that he had been thrown down to the earth, he pursued the woman who had gave birth to the male child. So now we're talking about, so God saved him, and now he's trying to get him. But the woman was given 2 wings of the great eagle, so that she might fly from the serpent into the wilderness, to the place where she is to be nourished for a time, and times, and half a time. The serpent poured water like a river out of the mouth of after the woman, to sweep her away with a flood. But the earth came to the help of the woman, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed the river that the dragon had poured from its mouth. Then the dragon came furious with the woman, and went off to make war on the rest of her offspring, on